What being black means to me is honestly a sense of belonging.
I'm very proud to be black. We're all made uniquely.
Basically, culture, empowerment. Just being black is the best thing in the world, I think.
A sense of meaning. For me, I feel like everything I like is centered around the fact that I'm black. Black culture, black music, black shows, dances, the foods I eat. It's really like, for me.
I'm a mother of 3 and I raise my kids. I teach them black history. I've brought them back to where I was born. I showed them that everything we do, we must strive high.
We have the most diversity, the most culture, the best food. It's in everything that I do every day. I teach my son to be black and be proud, especially as being a young black male.
For me, an integral part of everyday life. And yeah, it really kind of gives me a community to belong to.
We must work very hard in what we're doing. I teach them that not everyone is going to treat them equally, but everything they do, they must work hard at it.
I can think of a number of times where I've experienced racism or just certain judgments or prejudice based on the color of my skin. Whether that's being watched a little bit harder than other customers in a store, or just being given certain looks on the street.
I grew up in Mississauga, in an area that was predominantly white, maybe being one of 2 black girls in elementary school. I feel like a lot of people didn't understand why my skin color is darker, why I wore braids, or why my hair was curly or nappy per se.
But there's one experience with racism that always comes to mind when the topic of race comes up. And for me, that would be in 2015 when I won the valedictorian award. And yeah, it was a pretty big deal. But it was kind of overshadowed by a racist comment that a teacher had made to me. And in that comment, he said to me that congratulations, and that also I only won because every 10 years they have to make a black person win it.
I'm a healthcare worker. I'm a lab technician. I take blood. I've been doing this for 25 years now. So I do young kids, seniors, adults, everyone. One day I called in a patient and I said, "Good morning, sir. How are you today?" And he said, "Ma'am, I do not want any black people taking my blood."
In my work that I do as an educator, also being like the only black educator in a school staff of 100, with maybe black kids like myself as well, kids not wanting me to work with them, parents looking at me funny, like why is this person working with my kid, or like you're too young to be working with my daughter or son. Basically, I feel like I've experienced racism most of my life.
I said, "Sir, I'm very sorry you feel that way. I'll get you somebody else." I got him somebody else, but I felt I was embarrassed. I felt really bad, but through all of it, it was very nice because other patients heard the way he behaved and told me he's just rude. Just ignore him. Don't pay him any attention. But deep down inside, you feel hurt. You feel humiliated. I would never want anyone to have to go through that.
So to this day, that's a comment that I think about pretty often, Because for me, I feel like when you're black, everything that you do achieve is because you're black, or people want to say it's because they have a quota to fill, and everything you don't achieve is also because you're black.
Since the recent events of George Floyd and all the things that have been going on in the media, I have been able to hold my head up high, be proud of who I am, educate people of what's going on in the media. I've also helped out like other black students in the school that I work at, just kind of understanding, getting a grips of what's going on in the media and like what to understand, and to know that they have like people out there.
I would never want anyone to have to go through that, not because of my skin color, why I should be treated different.
So I feel like if we're able to just kind of get rid of the stigmatization or the prejudices that exist within or that surround the black community, then we'd all be better off.
Yes, you are black. Yes, things may be harder, but that means you tried 10 times harder.
No one, it doesn't matter black, it doesn't matter what nationality we are, we should not treat anyone like that. So we need to remember that, you know, people have feelings and it hurts. Racism hurts everyone.
I'm black and I'm proud.